and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Wilson now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, we've talked about this game being hosted here in Orlando, and you and I are quite familiar with this place, especially you. You live, what, 20, 25 minutes from here?
Yeah, not bad at all, right? An easy trip to come right to the studios here in Orlando. You, of course, have to give a little bit more effort, a quick flight, then you're here, but you've learned this city quite well. And how about it, the Madden Studios, right here in Orlando? That's where Coach and the guys hang out as well.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first.
A nice example of why teams often bring in baseball and how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. Play a perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays you can't account for.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football.
Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. J.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents. Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. They just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The AFC thus far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And touchdown! Keenan Allen, 49 yards. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing. To correct it all, you got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Connor, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The offense for the NFC back out there. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's Wilson. And an alley to Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. The numbers for the NFC on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Now a desperation throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think
time this playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, flex. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit.
Hello everyone, it's the coach.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, I've got little lady.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Kyle Fuller of the Bears up to make the tackle. When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right. And that game was played out in L.A. in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham.
Hills hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
The Bengals' Geno Atkins on the stop. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop a bold nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones.
Nowhere to escape. And he goes down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To throw is Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Taking it about the 16. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. DeMarcus Lawrence and the Cowboys there on the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And that'll make it a second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Well, you know, it's hard for some of these guys to get on the same page because they've only been practicing together for a week, but these two, I think they're pretty familiar.
I would say so, right? You go back to OTAs, mini camps, preseason camp, games, the whole deal. They ought to know each other pretty well and in an all-star.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Von Miller of the Broncos there to get him down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defense.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 36 yards. And the AFC is in for 6. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this with PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Jalen Ramsey of the Jags up to make the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
14.
Now Wilson on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose his...
It's caught at the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on it.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure,
And this will be a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
PAT up and good by Rosas. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The AFC offense making their way back out, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Mahomes finding his fellow Chief Hill for the AFC first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and short.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Mahomes to his KC teammate Kelsey for the AFC first. Mahomes now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Oh, sets up the screen to Gordon. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's Jason Myers now for the AFC field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield.
Let's go, fellas.
So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with a score. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The NFC offense heads out to begin this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
55, come on, baby.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
It's caught. Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Julio Jones. 72 yards. And the NFC has taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Gordon. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown! Melvin Gordon, 71 yards. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Geno Atkins got home that time. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here's Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Hill with it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the AFC has broken this tie. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wilson hit. It's out, fumble.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Unfortunately, the secondary guys have to make a lot of tackles.
So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year for the Rams, there on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mahomes finding Hopkins for the AFC first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down.
Let's go, let's go! What? The ladies!
Watch it, you find. Check pass, check pass.
Stop!
All day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See where this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah, yeah. And feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Mike, ready. Yellow lady. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D. Let's go. We got 21. 20. Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Check 24. Check 24. Ready? 5-8.
I'm gonna hit you all day, baby.
Ready? Yellow lady.
Who that?
Spawns. Over.
No.
Ready, cut. Ready? You ready?
Check 55.
Sammy! Ready? 5-9. Sammy! Come on!
Right there. All day, baby.
Check! Yellow lady!
Check 55 to Mike.
I'm coming! Hey, kill!
Wait.
Watch 5-9. Block 1!
Get wide.
Nice touch! Let's go, little lady!
59, Mike to 59. I'm here all day. I'm here. That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Yellow! Let's go, little lady! And color!
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nice!
Jason Myers for the extra point. Makes the score AFC 7, NFC nothing.
We got this.
Ready? 95, 56!
Watch the curl.
Intended for Michael Thomas. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ready? 95, 95-56, 95-56.
Come on, QB, come on. Switch in here, switch. Go, go, run, run, run.
He was brought down by Von Miller.
You got it. You got it.
Little lady.
It's third.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go.
Easy, opposite. Here we go.
Watch the edge.
Wait, touch.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
Ready. 5-8.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Wait, first.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Come on now, come on, let's go.
Automatic first down.
What? 1-9.
Mike 55, right there. Run.
Hey, easy. Touch.
That's it, baby.
What? 280.
We own it. We own it.
Green, that is it.
It's run, fellas, it's run. Keep playing hard.
What? 315.
Hey.
Green, that is it. Let's go.
Mike 57's Mike. Rep.
Tempo.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50.
Good night.
57. In your face.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
There we go.
Automatic first down.
What? 280.
57 for Mike. On the ball.
What? Hey, easy.
J.J. Watt on the tackle.
Yeah, baby.
A loss of 2. Brings up
What?
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
it's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd
What?
and
215.
I got it. I got 11. Single. That's single in the slot.
280.
T-Stock franchise. Let's go. Let's do this.
Yellow. 180. 59.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
Yellow. 180.
Let's go, D. It's gonna be a long shot. Go, go. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
I don't listen. 180.
That's it, baby.
Green 80.
Check 55, Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check 37.
What?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Green 80.
Check 55, somebody.
Hey, we gotta get this stop here, D.
Come on, fellas.
What? Move the team.
Hey, get in the way.
Right. What? Blue 80.
Twist, watch, twist, watch, twist.
Green 80.
Let's go, fellas.
What? Flying 90.
55. AE.
Check. 12.
6 guys.
Right.
6 guys.
What? 280.
Watch 55. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Right there in the middle, 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take wins home.
playing skill, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know.
coming to you. Big ass, big ass. We played to win. Let's go.
180.
I got you. I got you.
Check 99. Check 99.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Got.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First down, Cleveland.
Right there.
180.
54 Mike.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. One touch. Shot.
Split, split, split. Yeah.
Landon Collins made the tackle.
180.
Brings up second
One
and
touch.
9 at the 23-yard line. Chubb again the ball carrier.
I know you feel it.
Tackle made
180.
51, Mike 51. So we got man.
And it's third down.
One touch.
Mayfield's pass.
That's what you do.
Touchdown, Denver. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. The kick is good. Makes the score Browns 7, Redskins nothing. Greg Joseph sets the kickoff. The Redskins take over first down.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Go. Let's go. Hey, come on. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Check. Switch, switch, switch.
Roll.
Number 26, Abraham Peterson, ball carrier. The tackle made by Christian
53 is the Mike.
Stay with your man.
Adrian Peterson on the carry. The stop made by Miles Garrett. Brings up third down.
Let's go now.
53.
And read.
53. Mike.
Come to my world.
Run. Get ready.
Right. Right. 53.
Check 53. I got one.
Right.
That's how we do it.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it.
53 is Mike. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.